What if cities were no longer silent?
What if they weren't just steel and concrete?
What if the places we live could sense us? What if they could think for themselves?
For centuries, cities were mere tools.
Built by humans. Controlled by humans.
They never truly understood the people inside them.
That is about to change. The next generation will not just respond. They will anticipate.
Intelligence is no longer confined to machines. It is the nervous system of civilization.
Cities that observe. Cities that learn.
This is the future of everything. First, we must understand how they learn to listen. Long before cities could think, they learned to hold us. These footprints were blueprints of survival, of protection, of power, of protection, of power.
As we evolved, cities became our greatest machines. Engines of pure production. Masteries of labor and time.
Yet they remained blind to the human soul.
Then, the city opened its eyes. Sensors replaced guesswork. Algorithms replaced instinct.
The city began to listen to the flow of traffic, the surge of power.
But listening is not the same as understanding.
The city saw our bodies. It didn't know our hearts.
Until the city connected the dots, linking sense to meaning.
And that is when listening finally evolved into learning.
Finally evolved into learning.
Deep within the foundation of the metropolis, a new kind of brain awakens. Deep within the foundation of the metropolis, a new kind of brain awakens. Not a singular machine, but a distributed intelligence woven into the city's bedrock.
Every road, tower, and system becomes a cell in a shared nervous network.
In a shared nervous network.
Here, traffic no longer waits for a crisis to appear.
Energy shifts where it is needed, solving demand before it becomes a deficit.
Resources no longer exist in isolation. They breathe together.
The city begins to shield itself, and the lives sheltered within. Reaction evolves into pure prevention.
These systems do more than process the present. They are dreaming the future into being. These systems do more than process the present. They are dreaming.
Through data, the city begins to form intent. Technology has become thought. A thinking city does not merely observe infrastructure. It perceives the soul.
Every stride, every hesitation,
Every heartbeat is translated into data.
With total awareness comes the weight of absolute responsibility.
Is the city a silent protector? Or an invisible cage?
When intelligence is tempered with empathy, the city becomes a sanctuary.
but intelligence without transparency is a breeding ground for fear.
Ethical cities must expose their logic.
Ethical cities must expose their logic to the light.
Trust is built through the friction of participation. In a conscious city, ethics are not a static code.
They are a living, breathing lesson.
The future hinges on one choice: control or care.
When cities begin to think, the fabric of society rewires itself. Time and movement are no longer dictated by geography, but by intent.
Here, the home is a living skin, evolving with the lives inside.
Labor shifts from a struggle for survival to a drive for contribution.
Power is no longer distant. It is transparent and within reach. Governance becomes a shared cognitive process.
In a thinking city, equality is a core directive, not a distant promise.
This, guided by intelligence.
Every future starts as a choice. Every future starts as a choice.
One path finds equilibrium, nature and steel
in perfect resonance.
One path finds equilibrium, nature and steel in perfect resonance. Another drifts into the hollow silence of total automation.
Technology is a mirror, reflecting our intent, not our soul. When intelligence is forged in empathy, the world scales with us. But power without wisdom fractures us faster than it unites.
The future isn't engineered by silicon.
It is willed into being by us. Choice collapses infinite paths into one reality. And the next move. And the next move is yours.
Isolation is an illusion.
Energy has become the universal language. A bridge that binds civilizations together.
Our consumption has learned the grace of restraint.
Nature is no longer a resource to be exploited. It is a partner to be synchronized.
Movement has evolved. It is intelligent and effortless.
Well-being is no longer a privilege of geography. It scales beyond every border.
Technology has ceased to replace the human spirit. It has begun to amplify it. Individual identity is preserved, even as our collective connection deepens.
When our systems align, the Earth heals itself.
This is not a story of domination.
It is a story of profound partnership and balance is the foundation of the future.
Who are we becoming?
The future is not a destination we reach.
It is a masterpiece we compose. It is a masterpiece we compose.
Every generation inherits a canvas of possibility.
And the gravity of responsibility.
Technology provides the engine. But wisdom holds the wheel.
The choices we ignite today
Sculpt the civilizations of tomorrow.
There is no distant future.
There is no distant future.
And it begins within us all. This is the future of everything. And it begins within us all. This is the future of